This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
Do you own a business, have a service or product, apparel, entertainment, or food? Would you like to reach an educated client base that are loyal? Then the Urban Passport Business Directory is for you. The Urban Passport is your premier digital discount and media portal with the Urban Digital Television Networks and V1085 radio properties embedded. Stay connected with the community with the latest news, entertainment, and HBCU sports and culture with the Black College Sports Network. Visit myjbn.com/passport to register your business and sign up for your free app before the August 24th release date. We are the premier digital national urban business directory, always free to the consumer. The Urban Passport, the evolution of the Green Book, and your digital passport to a world of savings. Tune in to the BCSN Pod Zone, the aggregate of some of the best HBCU sports shows on the net. Find them on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and everywhere you hear podcasts.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU
football fans. HBCU football is back in the ATL on August 29th with the Cricket MEAC SWAC Challenge Kickoff presented by Toyota, representing the SWAC, Alabama A&M, and representing the MEAC, Howard, Bulldogs, Bison, the Marching Maroon and White, the Showtime Marching Band, the premier FCS matchup in primetime with a kickoff trophy up for grabs. Join us pre-game for band jamborees, food, activations, and fellowship. For tickets and information, visit MEACSWACChallenge.com.
I love Atlanta, a city in the forest. Hi, I'm Jeff Cleveland, seasoned loan officer in the Atlanta market. And whether you're buying a new home, refinancing to do debt consolidation, home improvements, or just to lower your payments, give me a call. I'll ensure that you're treated with dignity and respect, that you're informed throughout the process, and that there are no surprises at closing. Give me a call and let's get started.
Okay, can you hear me now? There you go. Hey, man, we got to learn better sign language. Anyway, hey, today is August the 5th, 2026. It's 6:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How the hell are y'all? Y'all like my new little background? I wanted to make it look like I'm a little civil. I got the piano in the background. I'm going to try to behave for this show, but I see we going back. Mark in the car, so that probably means he stole something. Mo drinking out of a bottle, so that probably means it ain't water. So we're gonna try to. I'm gonna try to behave this show, and unfortunately, I'm surrounded by corrupt people. So sometimes that shit do rub off. It is a company you keep. It's been a lot going on. We just got through Men's Mental Health Month. I got a couple of things I want to say about that, but I want to make sure my boys is here so we can talk about that. And as always, we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna try to be educational, and we want to have fun in the process. So let me bring two of my co-hosts on who was on time. I think Sherry being held hostage, and maybe that's where Mark going. Maybe Mark going on a rescue mission and he didn't invite us. See, that's selfishness right there. See, he figured if he rescue Sherry, he'll get to reap the benefits, and he gonna flex in front of me and Mo, cause he don't want, you know what I'm saying? He ain't calling the team. He just trying to be selfish. But hopefully he ain't being selfish like that. You know what I'm saying? But but he is in a car. And he is in parts unknown. So let me just bring Mo on so we can team up on this brother who going against us. What up, Mo?
What's up, man? Yo, that's what's going on, man. He's trying to keep the good to himself. What's happening?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? We need to call Joseph and let Joseph know that Mark is on support. we need to call Joseph and let him know. Hey, Mark trying to put fast. You know what I'm saying? I thought Mark was reformed. Normally he'd be in front of the clock with no battery, but Sherry ain't here. Mark ain't here. I ain't saying that's what I ain't. And
it's just the evidence.
Coincidences. This is just it.
Hey, the evidence tells its own story. You ain't got to put the story together.
But before he go all black lightning on us, let me go and let him on, cause I know he might have to disappear for a minute. Hey. What up, Mark?
Mark, what up, man?
People? How y'all doing?
What's up, good brother?
We will ask you where we're going, but we don't want to know shit. So we're gonna just act like we don't see you in the car driving the Chevy, because we don't know nothing. So we're gonna just play it like that.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
You didn't deny it. You just said.
Hey man, you see that guilty ass face? What are you gonna deny?
Hey, if y'all don't catch me, it didn't happen. I'm with that. If y'all ain't catch me, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. It wasn't me.
They say if ain't no video, you gotta quit. So it is what it is. So it's just So, but shit, man. Hey, what's been going on with y'all this week? Y'all got anything before we start getting into before y'all drag me down this street of desperation and get me into trouble and shit?
Man, I'm living my best life.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Mark, I think it's you, because I'm getting an echo when you talk. Do you hear echo when he talk, Mo?
No.
Say something, Mark.
Say something, Mark.
Okay, maybe it's just me. Let me do something. Maybe this is what happened.
You like Mark's voice so much, it's replicating.
Ringing in his ears.
Yeah.
Maybe he got one of them expensive Purdy mics to make him sound like he a band member or something.
Damn.
We talked a little bit about men's health last month. We didn't talk as much about it as we should. But I was watching something, and I ain't no expert, but we just common people. And I believe that men should have a safe place to express their emotions when it's genuine and true. But I also believe that a lot of dudes are not using that as a flex. Like I watch the news, I try to pay attention to everything. But one of the people I hate watching is Van Jones, because Van Jones will cry at the drop of the hat over some bullshit. And I'd be like, come on, man. Some stories will be sad, but then, dude, you cry every fucking 5 stories. And
I didn't mean to interrupt you, DVB, but I was just gonna agree with you, man, because that's like, I compare that to like, and this ain't got nothing. Ladies, don't come for me, but this is like a woman who always cry and rape, who always yelling rape. You know what I'm saying? When nothing really happened. But that's what Van Jones is doing. He's taking a serious situation and making it, he just bastardizing it. Because I'm with you, man. I seen him cry. He was I think he was crying when for President Biden. When Biden was going downhill. He was crying for that.
Yeah, he cried when Obama won. It's like, dude, come on now. You making this shit a little too. And I say that it ain't to pick on, well, it is a pick on him. But Ryan Clark just got fired off ESPN.
Yep.
And on his podcast, Birch broke down in tears.
Who broke down? Who broke down?
Ryan Clark.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, that's too.
Like, bro,
that's too much.
in your field, contracts get unrenewed all the time. And you got a podcast, you got this, you got that. But really, this what we crying about?
And they're not even doing that for money. You know what I'm saying? They're not. It's not like their family not gonna eat. You know, that's crazy.
But it's like, you can't be this strong brother when it comes to this and this and this and this. And then when you lose a job that is contract work that you done seen every year ESPN let go of some people every single year. Fox do it every year. Hell, they don't let go of Skip Bayless. They don't let go of plenty of people. So you got to know at any given point that I disagree with the way they did it, but that's neither here nor there. But bro, a week later, you sitting on your show and you welling up about a job, not a family member, not something I get it when brothers retire because they leaving a game that they love, and the thought of I get that. You know what I'm saying? This has been your life. You leaving your brotherhood. I get that. I get it. When they cry at the Super Bowl, when after they win a big game, I get when they cry when they lose a big game. Emotions running high. But come on now, we ain't seen nobody cry about no Super Bowl 2 weeks later. They cry at the moment, and it's like I'm watching this brother, and it's like, it was some people defending him and like, oh, this is why men don't like to talk about things because the minute they show emotion, and I'm like, for real, this what we doing? This what we doing? I say, I ain't here to judge. Yes, I am. This shit is just, when I talk about depression, I get teary-eyed, but it's already an emotional thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just when I talk about my own story. If y'all start talking about y'all depression, I ain't got no reaction because it ain't me. I'm listening and trying to help.
I'm with you on that one. DVP, it's a job. I don't know how you get that emotional on a damn job.
Yeah.
It ain't like you were there for 20, 30 years. And you got another job. The pivot is the second job. And that should have been your most important job. So I ain't crying about trusting.
And it's like, come on now, if we gonna legitimize this and we want to hold women accountable for what they don't give us the opportunity to express our truest self when we in some kind of way. We can't just keep crying at the drop of a hat. And that's not to say, what's up, Rosa Spells? That's not to say that we not having the emotional moment. What's up, Joe? Hey, Joe.
What's up?
Me and Mo was supposed to call you because somebody not named Mo or DVP is on the rescue mission to go get Sherry, and they weren't gonna tell nobody. So we ain't saying who it is, because we ain't snitching, but we just saying who it ain't. That's all we saying, Joe. So what's up? Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey. Thank you. Well, listen, man. He got to do the rescue. I ain't mad.
Joe think it's gonna be beneficial for him.
What would give you that idea, brother?
There's something in your smile when you hear her name.
That's funny.
Joseph.
I would have thought he would have invited the rest of the team, you know what I'm saying, so we could do some 18 type shit, but it seemed like he on some selfishness. But you know what I'm saying, that's just one man's thought. I can't ain't no facts I can put with this. I'm just saying.
Mo, you drinking a Heineken?
No, man. I know it looked like it. This one. What's that? Perrier? It's backward. Perrier. Heineken. Jesus Christ, man. They still make that? I don't even know. Mark got kidnapped. Damn it. Oh, there you go. He came back. Oh, he back.
Okay. So Robert is hearing the echo. Hey, Robert, you hearing the echo when who speak? Because I'm hearing the echo. I know somebody I don't hear echo with is you, Mo.
I don't hear echo from you, DVP.
Did you hear from Marco? Did you hear from Marco, Joe?
I don't think so. Joe, say something, brother.
I heard it from Mark.
Okay, see, now I hear from Joe.
You hear from Joe? Okay.
And
Oh,
Mark
somebody.
said he heard from Mark too, so I ain't sure what that is. Cause like I
Oh,
said, Mo,
I know what it is. I know what it is. Mark, you got your phone on speaker, don't you? That's what it is. When you put your phone on speaker, that's what happens. You got to
oh
put.
yeah, that's right. Cause he's supposed to have an earpiece.
Yeah, he got his phone on speaker. That's what it is.
Rosa, what you mean if we could give you diamonds? Mo, you know what that mean?
Yo, if you could give me diamonds on stream, please, that would be. Yeah, I know what it means. That means that Rosa's one of them damn bots. That's what that means.
Oh, that's what
Rosa's,
I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it. So,
Rosa's a
hey,
bot.
Robert Kozar, where you watching from, sir? Or I don't want to be politically incorrect, but where you watching from, Robert Kozar? I know you watching from YouTube. So Joe, we was talking about Van Jones and Ryan Clark crying about everything, and devaluing when men are truly having an emotional moment they trying to talk to people. Because I don't know if you know who Ryan Clark is? I know we know you so much about on watch sports like the rest of us, lesser people.
Yeah, I know. I know he is.
So he was on a podcast crying because he lost his job at ESPN. And I'm like, really, dude? I mean, come on, really?
You know that. Oh, go ahead, DP.
Oh, no, I was done.
I was just gonna say that action actually did. So I'm not even gonna say this right. I know I'm not, but that action of him showing how much he cares about a damn corporate job, that's dangerous, man. Because that if you take that and you extend that to everybody else, now you got everybody out here thinking, oh, this is the end of the world if I lose my job or I got to make a change or whatever. And he got money. He shouldn't even be doing that. He could probably float for like 5, 10 years, 20 years, even maybe longer. He shouldn't be doing that though. That's not good.
But like I say, it ain't like they fired him as the headliner.
Right.
They know. Like I say, he ain't the first somebody. It's been people before him, and but this is really what you getting emphasis on. And I don't want to say it ain't important to you, but ain't we none? I mean, I don't know how many people have been fired or lost a job, but was it a crying moment in front of other people? We may have been sad on the ride home because we don't want to go home and tell somebody that we ain't got no job no more. But I mean,
yeah,
for real.
And I know, and I know because I know he can get tied up with these brothers, but I know they have a podcast where few sports figures created it. He can make his own.
But he got his own. The pivot is his.
Yeah, there you go. So boom, there it is.
I mean, it's like when you watch Cam, and I'm watching Cam. Cam was like, "Hey man, I appreciate it. ESPN gave me a platform to get more viewers, but I own 4th and 1. I own because Cam owned 2. Hell, Stephen Smith got his own just in case he get let go, because that's what everybody learned to do. You go to a bigger place, man. Let me go to CBS or let somebody interview me, because then Random Thoughts gonna blow up, because I can appeal to a bigger audience to get them to come here, because this is ours. But I'm really gonna get mad. I'm not mad. I'm gonna really be sad and just have crocodile tears coming out. I'm like, damn, bro, you should have been in Hollywood. You're a better actor than Ludacris. What the fuck, and I hate it because, like I say, in this process, we trying to get women to be understanding that. First of all, I'm gonna just say this. Like I say, I've already told y'all I suffer from depression. But what I can say is, somebody who has been diagnosed with clinical depression, I don't let any woman put me in a vulnerable state. So when we are exposing ourselves, I do it with women who I trust. I'm not finna just do it with somebody random. So I'm not really getting how you get overwrought with emotion off of just this. Like I said, when I talk about my depression, I get sad. My eyes get watery. But I don't just sit here and break down. Hell, I'm gonna go to a commercial break. I think, one show, Mark, you and Joseph was on some BS, and Mo sent me a box of onions, and in the middle of the show, but that was Mo sent me a box of onions. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, I took a break, got rid of the onions, and shit got better. I didn't think Mo was dirty like that. But he sent me a box of onions. and an autographed book, but that's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there today.
Oh, look at Joe. Joe perked up. You don't start Joe up. Don't start Joe up. Don't start. Oh, damn. Okay, all right.
We're gonna have to call Joe King Katie.
We want people to respect us, especially, you know, the women in our life. We want them to respect when we have an emotional moment, because we are showing a vulnerable side. But we're not showing that vulnerable side to anybody in general. We're not just gonna walk up to some lady at the mall and be like, yo, you know, I lost something, and just start crying in front of them or some shit like that. So it's like, come on. And I see it on Facebook all the time that there's some dudes who try to use it for sympathy points, and you know, they act like they truly have an emotional moment. Because my thing is that, like I said, I've talked about it on the show. I ain't never talked about it. I ain't never went live on my page with this shit. If I'm having a moment, y'all know I'll put my thoughts on a depressed mind or something. But I'm not going live with that shit. And it's like, come on, dude, really? This is what you're doing, and then you post it. To me, it ain't no different than social media is social media, and some people do use it strictly for performances. You know, they want to show you crying at a funeral. Why in the hell am I taking pictures of me at a funeral? Why am I going live? And as much as I hate when people take pictures of them in a hospital bed.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, y'all pray for me. Really? That's what we doing? Why you? Oh, because you got high blood pressure. That's what you're doing that for? You know, and I get it. You know, that's the only way some people can communicate with other people. But I don't get it for real. I mean, I try to, you know, you let everybody do what they got to do. It's their page. But why are we posting pictures? And to me, it's thirst trapping. You looking for sympathy. Because why would you post a picture of you with in a hospital bed with tubes and shit everywhere? I ain't doing so good, y'all. Y'all pray for me.
Yeah. I also think it's like, it's a form of, I call it jet setting, because when I see a lot of these people saying they're here, or they went there, or they did this, or they got that, they don't have all that. You know, I know you, man. I just saw you a couple of days ago, man. You was working on your car. So why you acting like you Big Willie? You know, I see so many people doing that.
But it's like they major flexing for no reason, and I ain't gonna say no reason. They doing it for the likes,
for attention.
Say it again, Mark.
It's for attention.
Yeah, and Robert Kozar said it's performative. That's a good word, performative. They said they're being performative.
I tried to cry online one time, but then I messed up, and I couldn't make my tears come out no more. I mean, if I'm crying, going on social media, like last thing on my mind.
Yeah,
you know, I'm so sad, but let me hold these tears until I can get live and get about 5, 6 people in my life. Then my tears don't flow. It makes zero sense.
That's crazy.
Zero. And this, going back to Van Jones, as soon as they find out what's going on with Lindsay or whoever's still alive but can't be found, he gonna cry then too. Yeah, he probably cried with fucking Savannah Guthrie. Cause he just cry all the time about nothing, and he can be sitting there, he be talking, he be like, and it hurts me that America is so, they're just so stubborn, they're just so unemotional. We should take these things more serious. I can't believe that the president of the United States posted a picture of Obama and his wife as monkeys. It just doesn't make sense. I'm like, really, dude? This is really what's got you, and cause a fool post. This is what we doing. This is what we doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the few times I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I do wish I wasn't a black man right now. Because somebody going to judge me against that shit right there. That's that bullshit. And you don't want to call another brother out. You know, we trying to be uplifting, but part of being uplifting is calling out bullshit. You know, we ain't supposed to go against other people when they say something, because we always tearing each other down. And it's like, we don't tear people down unless they deserve it. You know, when y'all didn't want to talk about that dude who name rhymed with the president because he a full of shit civil rights activist wannabe poser, we don't shed no tears over the bullshit he do.
I don't even like that title.
What? Poser?
Civil right attorney.
But you see, I said poser because he, you know.
I mean, he's a civil rights attorney, but he ain't nothing like we think he is. They try to put him on the likes of Martin when they say civil rights. He ain't fighting for the civil rights. He just want to check.
Oh, you talking about BC? Nah. Yeah, BC.
Being Trump.
Yeah, no, man, that's that dude. I had a lot of respect for him at one time, but then, like, the real him is coming out because I have respect for him because of what he did to get Henrietta Lacks family paid. Because that lady, they used her DNA and her essence to create all kind of life-saving serums and everything. And so then, they stole from the family, and then she died, and their family didn't get nothing. And then all of a sudden, Ben Crump comes in and gets the family a check. I'm like, man, that dude is a hero. Until I found out, there's ulterior motives associated with that type of work, and it's not supposed to be.
So I see a comment that I'm not going to respond to, and I got to figure out how to block certain shit.
I saw it too. You just gotta ignore ignorance.
So, in the interest of being respectful, which sometimes is a hard deal, and I see Joe ain't saying nothing, but he got on his Dexter outfit. Maybe we need to dispatch Dexter. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, man. Listen, we as the man, y'all saying that little. Oh man, I'm not seeing y'all the girl who be talking about. She be pimping. She be doing pimp parking lot pimping. Who be talking about the president and shit. Like chick, she's also a poet. Y'all seen her? I'm not seeing y'all video. No. Come on now. We can be righteous brothers. We can be on our bullshit sometime, but we don't do what you're doing, RSVP, R9SP. And you might mean well, brother. But this is what I'm always say to that. If you don't know us, that ain't the name you can call us. It might work in your hood, but it don't work in this neighborhood. So we're going to try to keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? We worked hard to be distinguished brothers. Even when we ain't shit, we still distinguished brothers. Okay? So, that being said, I'm going to try to play this clip. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning this shit. And it's about what do we do? I think we kind of touched on it with the picnic. I'm not the picnic. When Mark did the subject about having what is it when you cook out at your house, when you invite people or whatever.
Barbecue.
But, if you ever been on a double date, quadruple date, or a big dinner date, and it's just one chick, how do we respond to that? Do we everybody chip in half? Do we got one big baller who pay for everything? Or how do we do that? So let me see if I can get this up here.
You can do it. I got confidence in you.
Hey man, you put pressure on me. You put pressure on me, Mark. Let's see if I can do this.
Echo.
Gonna figure it out.
Here it come. There it is. Who? There it is.
Now you got to figure out it.
There you go. You get small about a day.
Now you need some audio. Oh. Yeah. I know it's stupid.
Mo, you should know how to work it, Mo.
Look at so I know where he's at. So he needs some audio now. Let me see what he's doing there.
Oh, y'all can't hear it?
No.
No, we can't hear it.
Because it's kind of low. Yeah, no, we can't hear it.
Mo ring lips.
No, I don't, man.
All right, well, let me just go on and take it off then. All right, well, anyway, brother talking about people who go out to eat and how you split the bill. How do y'all feel about, let's just say all four of us went out and we got our partner with us and the bill come and they just give us one bill. When you go out with people, do you ask for a separate bill for yourself, or do y'all just do as men? We just split the bill in fours. What are y'all? Or does it matter who you with?
All right, I'll go first because mine's a little complex. So yeah, first of all, yeah, it matters who I'm with. Because if I went somewhere with you before and I see you get out there splurging acting stupid, you know what I'm saying? Ordering stuff that you don't usually order yourself because we got a group check coming. Yeah, I'm gonna have a problem with that. We're gonna have a problem with that. But typically, and then again, it depends on my age. You know, like when I was struggling. Listen, man, you know, I only can pay what I can pay. That's it. You know, but then like now, it don't matter to me. You know, we can split the bill. It's all good. You know, because I'm in a position to do that. So I guess it's just for me. It's just depends on where I'm at in life.
Joe.
Well, first of all, I get rid of. But I have to agree with the great Mo.
Ooh, I got that title. Shit, boy. What's up? Let me flex a little.
So what you say you doing? It depends on who.
He said he agree with me.
What about you, Mark?
You on mute, Mark.
Still on,
there you go.
Okay. For me, it depends. If it's a large group and I go and order one drink or 20 bill, I'm not spending a full $500 I'm gonna pay for what I order. Typically, if I go, I know what my budget is. You know, and then people want to order appetizers, 4, 5 drinks, so they think I'm clear about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. But if it's a small group, like if it's just us four, yeah, we can split it. It should be no more than $100 a person. You know. I ain't going out spending $300. We got $40 stuff.
Okay, Mark, they still saying you got a big echo on your end.
You got your computer and your phone on, Mark? That's probably why.
My phone.
Is this your phone? Oh, okay.
And you got your earpiece in?
Yeah,
it ain't on. It's in, but it ain't on. Let me turn it up.
Because what you may have to do, if you listening to the show, that might be what it is too. But for me, because like I've been places and I've done it, it depends on where we at and what the bill is. Because there have been times I just picked up the bill because I know the people I'm with, they'll pick up the bill. And there have been times when we split bills. But I can't say I've ever been to somewhere where it was people who I actually knew and we sat there and we itemized everything. Usually, you know what I'm saying? If I'm with, like I said, and I'm using us, if I'm with 4 grown ass men, then worst case scenario, we just gonna split the bill in 4s. Worst case. Best, like I say, and then Mark, like he talking about, if Mark just coming for the fellowship, and let's just say all Mark have is a beer and his date don't have nothing but a salad, then I wouldn't even do all that, you know. But so you see some people who start flexing and they gonna eat $200-300, where everybody else eating $50, and it's like, all right, now we got to talk. But to me, that's one of the things, you don't go out with people who you know like that. You know, I've been invited to dinners, and I'm like, the people who there, like, you know what? I don't know how they roll, so I would just rather not. Unless we're doing some Applebee's shit.
Yeah, and let me say this, DVP, because you know we talk all the time. We talk about systems, and I just feel like that's a system that's deliberately put in place by the restaurant to cause confusion and to get more money. And so what ends up happening, we end up arguing with each other, and the restaurant, in the end, the restaurant makes out. And so I know they could fix that. They always say, "Oh, we can't split the bill. We can't do that's garbage, man. This is a damn technology age. How you figure you can't split the bill? You think I'm stupid or something? What's wrong with you?
Well,
You know what I'm saying? They can do that.
What they doing is see if they split it, they can't charge the automatic gratuity for tables of 6 or more.
Yeah,
So that's all they doing. They trying to get that forced gratuity in there. And the funny thing about it is they can't even do the forced gratuity. You can't make me pay more than what the food costs. And for all the restaurants that done try this and somebody bucked up about it, say, man, you can't make me pay this. Get what they got to do. They got to take it off. You can only charge me for what I ate. You can't make me pay your people's salary. And that's when we get back into the whole tipping thing. And it's like, that's crazy that you gonna make us pay. And I was talking to somebody yesterday, but it went to a bar. He flexing, but they got 2 shots of some expensive brandy. It was $200 a shot. So if you got, I just bought $400 in drinks.
Ooh.
You really think for pouring 2 drinks, a server should get $40?
No, hell no.
$40, and it's like, for real. If anything, the owner should pay that because she upsold some shit. Why should that come out the consumer cost? Because most of the time when we go somewhere, if you got a good hostess, server, whatever, they try to upsell you on some shit. That's how they supposed to get their bonuses. That's everywhere else they get bonus for upselling. Everywhere else. So why am I paying this? And and like I said, I understand the tipping culture. I understand why people get upset about it. But at the end of the day, what profession do you get paid more by a consumer than you do your boss? So your boss only values you at $3 an hour, but for 15 minutes of service, you want me to give you $30, $40. Make the math. But I mean, like I say, and I respect people who say, "Oh, I'm a big tipper. I respect what you're saying, but to me, you wasting money. Because if we put this down to an hourly thing, like I say, if we go to the average restaurant, let's say most people stay 2 hours. Is that how y'all feel? Most people stay 2 hours.
Yeah.
So why you paying $25 an hour? Because you want to be a big tipper. And I get it. You flex. But the man that she volunteered to work for, a woman, she volunteered to work for less than $3.
Right.
I'm gonna give her $50 for pouring some water in a glass, bringing a plate. You ain't gonna get your kids that allowance.
So I got a crazy. I think we talked about this before, and I got just the way I think about stuff. It's kind of wild because, all that, and I don't think they do all that group stuff. Everybody say, oh, they do, well, maybe they do, but they pool the money and then they split it up. But I do know, I'm pretty sure that the people cleaning the bathroom don't get the same tip as, the cook and the server. They say they do, but I don't believe that. Because you're not paying them the same amount of money out the gate, So that's one thing. But then also, I think I told y'all about this. I took a trip overseas, man. They don't even do tipping overseas. They don't even do it. I did it, man. They looked at me like I was crazy. They said, "Everything okay? You all right?" I said, "Yeah, everything was fine." And, it's an American thing, man. They're like, they did not expect me to tip, but I did because I'm used to that. But now I know if I travel overseas, don't do that. They don't do tipping. So go ahead.
I wonder why I'm getting that now. But the crazy thing is, during the World Cup, when all these people wanted to work for restaurants, them tourists wasn't tipping.
Yeah.
Wasn't tipping.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna mute my mic. Let me see what's going on with this echo.
Yeah. I'll hold it down while they gone. Thanks, Hiram, for the heads up, man. Let me know if I'm echoing. Hopefully I'm clear. But we got a little technical difficulties, people. We working on them. My man Mark back. What up, Mark? You good now?
What up?
Oh yeah, clear. Nice and
It
clear.
sound better now?
Much better.
Oh, okay, good.
Hey, Mo, hold it down. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Okay, all right.
Oh, it's him. It ain't me. When I was here now.
Maybe it was. Don't know. But yeah, we talking about tipping, Mark. You know, I was telling them, I went overseas, man. They don't even expect tips. They don't expect tips.
I tip for service. I don't tip till I showed up.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it's not, man. Hey, man, I went to this one restaurant though. They had a line item for the tip, and it was already filled in when you get the bill. I was like, "What is this?" Like if you don't, and it felt like if you don't pay, you ain't getting out the door. That's what it felt like. I was just like, "Yo, this is wild." Cause I don't usually do that. I was with like four ladies, so I'm like, I ain't gonna press it. But if that was us four, they wasn't getting that money. Trust me.
I'm with you. I heard at least the deep said something about tipping. He say when he go, he tip for service, and if he get bad service, he said he tips the other people instead of the server.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, it's hard to do that though, cause it's one bill. Oh, unless he bring cash, you know what I'm saying?
He bring cash. He tipped them, so he tipped the person that brought him to his seat. The bus boy who clean the table, he said he tipped those people, but he won't tip his server.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him. Cause I had a server, I went to a place where the food was excellent and the service was poor, and then I've been there where the service was good but the food was bad. So you get to make a decision who you want to tip.
Yeah, I think employees need to pay a livable wage.
Okay, y'all hear echo?
I don't hear echo.
I hear echo.
And I hear echo, Mark. Joe, what you hear?
I'm hearing echo on Mark. I'm hearing echo on Mark. Mine went away, but I hear Mark echoing.
Yeah, you and most sound clear. But I hear echo with me.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, you and Joe sound clear.
I don't know why.
Echo Mark is back. That's cool.
Yeah. Joe Mo and Mo, they done stuff.
So I'm gonna let sound random while I work on some game. So y'all do y'all thing.
So Mark, you just got your phone, or you got a computer and your phone?
Just my phone.
Oh, just a phone. Okay. How you sound now? You sound pretty good right there, Joe, huh?
No, he's still echoing to me.
Oh, all right. Maybe
y'all have to talk.
You ain't got no problem with that. That's easy. We got a lot. We talk all the time anyway. But yeah, that tipping, man. I don't know what you do, Joe. You didn't really say nothing.
No, I agree with you. I mean,
oh, okay.
Hey, man, look, but to DVP's point, I mean, if you get that one cat that comes at the table, and all of a sudden he's ordering, shots of Crown Royal Blue when he was drinking house whiskey a minute ago, we got a problem. I mean, but and even to Burger Queen's point earlier, if that's what you all decide, then that's what's being done. However, if you violate that tenet, then you got a problem.
Yeah.
But for and here's the thing, for black men, we ain't catching a break on no level right about now.
No.
But particularly the idea of social graces is something that we definitely need to work on as a group. I mean, I've seen some brothers do some things and say some things in public that wasn't even necessary. But back to the main point though, if it's the four of us, only thing we got to do is worry about Mark getting a high chair. That's about it. I'll splurge for that. I ain't got no problem with that. A can of Ensure, a little Similac, I ain't got no problem with that.
So that's what we doing.
He's there. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get the first shot in because I know I'm just waiting for you. But go ahead.
Yeah,
But
that's
no,
crazy.
if it's us, I mean, I can see, us sitting down and it would be us splitting the bill. I couldn't see none of our significant others putting no money in, but that's me.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. We don't do that. Yeah, no, the
No.
dudes that take care of it. You're supposed to. You got this title, and you're supposed to do that. But one thing that I don't know. It's just an observer's viewpoint. But if you the dude that I'm always, if I know you, and I'm the dude that we always go somewhere and you get the burger and fries, and all of a sudden we decided, we're gonna split the bill, and you got a steak and wine. Yo, what's happening, man? I seen it before, man. I'm like, yo, you always get that. All of a sudden now you getting the steak and shrimp. What's going on?
Right.
You don't even get that for yourself.
He getting the real lobster tail, not no mock lobster.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm ordering a porterhouse. He's on a Chateaubriand and shit. Yeah, now we got. Oh, could we have that bottle of 25? Man, you weren't even alive at 25. How you know about bottle of 25? So no.
Damn, Joe, you did that twice already, man. Listen, for one Christmas, man, I got the Johnny Walker Blue.
It.
Oh man, oh my goodness, amazing, brother. You must have had it. It's amazing, man.
Let's
Oh
just
man.
say that. Let's just say that I've sipped some good stuff in my time.
Oh
But
my
yes,
goodness, that was one of the best for me, man, because it had that smoke. It hit you, drink it, and you don't taste it yet, and then pow, you get hit with the smoky flavor in your mouth. You're like, yo, where the wood come from? It's awesome, man.
Oh,
Awesome.
so y'all drunk.
The bottle was $200, man.
Easy.
250, yeah, 250, 280, something like
Easy.
that. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Look, I had a friend who worked for the railroad, and let's just say for something happening, one of the railroad cars dropped some cognac. Imagine that.
Wow.
The bottle was a Louis the 14th. I believe it had Louis the 14th cognac. I'm trying to remember who it was by, and I can tell you, this had to be about $1,000. I'd never seen anything like it, and me or my punk ass, I'm about to go for the bottle. He's like, no. Let me pour you some. Yeah, okay. Because I was about to take a chug. But
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I had to learn the difference.
How'd it taste?
Look, man, I had to learn the difference between sipping whiskey and drinking whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I was not culturally as smooth as I am today. I wasn't as smooth as Mark, but I was learning. I had to work up from the Mark to DVP level, that kind of shit. So
I'm gonna write that down, Joe, because that's a good topic, man. Cultural development, because we all had to go through the phases to figure stuff out.
I'm still man. I'm still learning.
Yep, facts. Yep.
So you all say,
So
Mark,
y'all have partaken some good liquor.
oh yeah, are you kidding? You talking about moonshine? Come on.
I didn't think y'all drink.
I told you my moonshine story, didn't I, Joe?
Oh, you don't want to hear mine, but go ahead. You first.
Did I tell you mine?
No.
All right. I'm gonna do it again. I think probably some people heard it, but anyway. So yeah, my wife, her family from the South. I know my grandfather was from there, but most of my family lived up north. And so one summer she was like, I want to take you to visit my relatives in the South. And I'm like, all right. Lady didn't warn me about nothing, because the whole lifestyle, the culture, everything different down there. So I get down there, and they're like, the ladies got, I love them. Ooh, the accents on them women, God, dog, I love it, man. They're like, okay, you gonna hang with the boys today, and so I went down there. I was hanging with her uncle. This dude, first thing he doing, he cooking cooking a whole pig in this grill that looked like it was made out of, them black barrels. Looked like somebody got a torch and fused 3 of those black barrels together. then put a swivel on the backside and put 3 more on top, and he made a damn grill. It looked like I was like, this, what the hell is going on here? Because you can't buy this in the store. Put the whole pig in there, man. He cooking the pig. We just talking. You know, he telling me about certain things, and then when the outside of the pig get done first, as y'all, I'm sure y'all know. Y'all probably know this better than me. So he started ripping rinds off. He said, "You want a pig rind?" I said, "What the hell is that?" yeah. I said, "What the hell is that?" He ripped the skin off of the pig and said, "Try this right here." I said, "Man, this fool, he got me eating. I'm eating. It was done though, and I ate it. Tastes like bacon." I said, "Oh, yeah, oh, that's a pig. That's right. That's how bacon's done, right?" So, you know, hey, I'm from the north, man. I don't see this shit. So anyway, you know, that was one of the first things, right? Then the next thing, I'm gonna just tell you 3 stories. So I don't want to take up the whole show. The next thing was, dude came to the house. This dude's a damn goat herder. Dude came to the house. He said, "Hey, man, I want to buy one." So this cat went up to a fence and did like this, Joe. And listen, man, I kid you not. 10 goats came to the fence, single file. Tried it up to the goat, tried it up to the fence. And he said, "Which one you want?" And the guy pointed to the one he want. He grabbed it. They exchanged money, and the dude left. And I saw a goat being sold, a real live goat being sold. And then I asked him, I said, how you know which one to pick? He said, "You can't sell the males. He said you can't sell the females. You only can sell the males because you need the females to make more goats." So he said, "You only sell the males. You know, you can't sell all the males, but you sell that's primary ones you sell are the males." So again, I was
you want to go trafficking?
now, I ain't got nothing to do with it, man. I'm telling Joe my southern exposure experience, man. And so there's one more, Joe. Last one was we in his garage, and this dude, we just kind of hang out in the garage. He said, "Hey, man, you want some of this?" This dude put up one of them damn 5-gallon jugs. Looked like water was in it. I said, "Oh yeah, pour me some water." He said, "This ain't water." I said, "What is it?" He said, "Oh, I got it from my friend up on the mountain." And I'm like, "What's the name?" He said, "I can't tell you no more. That's it." I said, "Okay, all right. Pour me some. He put it in the cup, man. Little small, like them, what they call them shots. He just poured like a full shot. He said, "Just drink it right down." I said, "I can't sip it." I said, "I just want to sip it." He said, "Nope, you got to drink it." He was lying. He was setting me up. I said, "Wow." I hit that shit, man. I'm going to tell you, Joe, about 10 minutes later, out cold. I went to sleep. I had to go lay down in the car. I was so tired, man, and I went to sleep. I'm not even kidding. I said, "Man, what the hell did this cat give me, man?" But yeah, it was fun, but at the same time, it was kind of, I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." It's a good time though.
Man, I'm getting this echo. I'm gonna hit you out with this thing. Somebody put it to me. There's a young man who is suing his family because he doesn't want to get a job and he wants to be taken care of for the rest of his life because he never asked to be born.
I think I saw that.
That's insane.
Hey, DVP, was that Dr. Phil episode?
Nah, I actually saw it on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
The guy sent it to me, and the guy was like, "You didn't ask me to be born, so why should I have to work? Why should I have to sustain myself?"
Right, I saw that.
His parents to take care of him for his life. I was like, well, that's so sad. So what y'all think on that?
Yeah, that's tough, man. It's tough because when I first heard it, I was like, "That boy is out of his damn mind. He's crazy." You know, you give him life, and you know you appreciate that, and the rest is on you. Really, the rest is on you. But then at the same time, like you said, he didn't ask for that. He didn't ask for that life. So I don't know. It's a tough one, man. But if you hear and I only got limited funds, you asked out. That's all I'm gonna say. You asked out. You know, you get what you're born into.
Well, he wouldn't be living in my house.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a fact though. Yeah, especially if he had that, if you knew he had that kind of attitude, nah, man, you got to rough it some. So you need some appreciation training. You know, you got to rough it a little bit, man. Go get them out here. They should have like you know how they got simulations for air traffic controller and flying planes and all that. They need to do that for slavery. Teach y'all want to get some respect for what your elders had to go through. Yeah, let's go to the slavery farm. I'm gonna show you something.
Hey man, I think
But here's the thing about that. If he win that court case, it's gonna fuck up the rest of the world from moving forward. He can't win.
Yeah. That's true. It's true.
You gotta take care of your life. I didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
the echo come from again. DVP, what'd you do?
I can't even hear it. DVP's on mute.
Yeah,
So it ain't him.
I'm at the mark. Mine went wait for a minute.
I hear echo with Jomo there.
Yeah. And
this is crazy.
Correct. But yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know what's happening.
I was going to tell you a story about when I first went to Alabama. And it was similar story to what. So I see this stuff up. And I tell my mother, what is it? Well, the first alarm bell went off when my mother said, "Hey boy." She had never called me that. So I knew I was in the wrong place right off the bat. So I said, well, what are these little houses? And this was in 64. We had 350 acres that my great-grandfather brought the family out of slavery and bought this piece of land. And in Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, there's a plot of land that runs through countries called the Black Belt, not because of just black people, but it's the prime farmland, and it runs through those states in particular. So I see this, and it's cotton fields. I see the cotton fields. I see the corn fields. Again, I've never seen corn on a stalk. I've never seen this. We got persimmon groves, pecan trees. I didn't even know pecans grew in a husk. So I say, I'm fresh out of the north. You can smell the Yankeeness on me. And I said this to my mother. Mike. I said, I want to pick cotton. I want to know what it felt like. You could have bought me for a dime. Everybody with me looked at me like, okay. So next thing I know, Mother goes to the shed. Now, here's the other thing, and I'll bring the pictures and put them up. On my farm at the time, or our farm, the slave houses were still up. Oh, and so they put all the like the horse's bridle and the farming equipment in these shacks. So they bring out these burlap bags. I'd never seen anything like them. I'm like, what are you going with that? So they're like, oh no, this is what this is how you pick the cotton. And I'm looking down this road. And this cotton is tall as me.
Oh man!
Next thing I know, I'm looking around. I'm looking down, little balls out real gingerly, and I'm getting stuck. I'm going, ooh, this hurt. Ooh, this hurt. I called my mother. I said, Mom, where are you? She's gone back and forth. She's done 4 rolls. I haven't done a half of a roll. So I got my little bag all stuffed up, and it's dragging behind me in the sand. Hey, Uncle, I got check this out. Now, mind you, it felt like I've been out there for 2 years. I've only been out there 20 minutes. Now, the coldest thing in Alabama and Mississippi in the summer, in August, is a fart. Trust me on this. So I got this bag. I'm running over to the uncle, and he's got this system where they can weigh the bags. So I say, look how much money I got. He said, boy, they'd have killed your black cat. Point blank. Now he had they'd have killed you. I said, wait a minute, what about all this money? He said, the average slave picked 2 to 250 pounds a day. My mother comes back, her bag is full. I'm like, well, where'd you go? What do you think I grew up doing? So I would tomorrow in the yours. If I had my choice, I would send these kids that are in these bad positions, even the good ones, try this just for a day. And then ask them, how do you feel about certain things? Because unfortunately, we live in a society where you got to feel it before you believe it.
Yeah, no, that's true, man. That's true. And
it was eye-opening. Like I said, I never us. You know, so so I wanted some water. The first big shock for me was the outhouse. I didn't know what they were. No idea. And learning about the slop jar. So talk about this education.
wow. Oh my goodness.
Man. I tell you, it was worth the experience. I think more people should have it.
Oh yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but yeah, no, I agree, Joe, because I hear too many of these people saying we are not our ancestors, which is the goofiest thing you could even say. Ancestors were bosses. They were bosses, complete bosses. And so now you're saying we are not our ancestors. Go try to do what they did, just a quarter of what they did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You wouldn't survive a day probably, you know? And yeah, I for a time, I never did tobacco. I never did that, but I did tobacco for a time. I picked tobacco for a time. Yeah. So, and I was getting $2.86 per hour, and it was backbreaking work. I had like maybe a quarter touch of I have like a quarter experience of slavery, because that shit was slave breaking work, man. Back breaking and fast paced and dirty and grungy and just the whole nine, man. And they pay you pennies.
Pennies. What have you got? The slave. The whole idea of share. But here's again, true story. So I'm like, you know, my uncle's like, hey, go get one of the watermelons. I'm like, where's the store at? He points out in the field. I can't make it. He like it. I'm like, okay, what do I do next? You know, where's the knife and fork? He took that thing, busted over his knee, right? He's like, grab some. Where the knife and fork? Put my hand in there. Ate it, man. I love that man from then. And then he says, finish eating and we break. I'm like, well, where's the garbage can at? So he said, come on with me, boy. We go over and throw it in the hog pen. What they gonna do with it? They got you know, so I wasn't very bright, as you could tell.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You definitely tell.
Oh.
Look, I paid another one. Never drove
Never
into
drove
a
into a
pen.
hog pen.
So
So I'd come up.
I'm reading the story to see Dick run and Jane chase the little piglets, all that cute shit. Ha ha ha. So I saw a cute little piglet. I was gonna grab him, like a pet. Piglets are fast, extremely, can turn on a dime. So I'm chasing a little piglet and he runs into the pen. I'm like, ha ha ha, got your butt now. Next thing I know, I'm being lifted up in the air and coming out the pig pen is a sow. She's got like 20 piglet hanging on her. My uncle's like, hey, let me here. So he puts me down. She was going to kill you. The mafia uses pig farms to get rid of body.
Yeah.
Again. What did I know?
Yeah. I did see that.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah, because I think the pig can eat you whole, man. Your bones and everything.
Yes.
They can devour everything on the body, teeth included. So no.
That's nuts. So
yeah.
That's crazy. But that's a good story, Mo. I mean, Jomo.
It's a true story.
Wow.
yeah, that's wild, man. Wild story, man. What happened, man? DVP ain't coming back. He done?
He working. I guess. Am I still going?
You could try to rescue Uncle John.
Try to rescue
DVP 000. 000.
No content at all. That's cool, man. Yeah. So that was my down south experience. Real good stuff, man. It was fun. I like getting exposed to. I learned after a while though. It's like you really need to get exposed to different things, so you can be just. It's enlightening, because once I started traveling, it was enlightening. I hated traveling. I hate traveling, but I did learn. I didn't like learning the new experiences. I've been like a lot of different places in the world, and it was just like so enlightening. Yeah.
I agree. I would rather see the U.S. before I go, particularly now because everybody's pissed out at they call us the ugly Americans, and if you're traveling abroad, the State Department used to keep a site where it would tell you where you should not travel, and because of this present administration have taken that down, so you really don't know where you shouldn't. But I would say traveling outside the United States is not a very smart move right about now for a civilian.
I probably would imagine that, because sound like we trying to pull the levers on everything, having that control, world domination, world control, and it's not working out so good for everybody else. It's not even working out good for us, but they don't know it.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I'm still gonna travel.
Oh no! I wasn't. I would tell you to check before you go.
I do know, because it works the other way too, Joe. Because I did see and that's smart to do, because I think it was 2000. I can't remember the date, but there was a time frame where there was a lot of police killing going on, and all that. You might remember this, Joe, because you in this. But there was a advisory put out for people in other countries to be careful if they come to the United States.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you remember that. So
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
So it works the other. I'm pretty sure it should work the other way too. They should have advisories, but I don't know. But I know it worked this way. Coming this way, they're like, be careful if you go if you go over there. Just be careful.
It's
It's
interesting you bring that
interesting you
up.
bring that up.
Remember which country?
Which country did you that?
I think it was yeah, I think it was man, I want to say, damn. Nah, I don't recall. I have to guess, but I don't
It
recall.
was
I think it was in
Middle
Europe. I think it was in Europe though.
No, it's
No,
Middle
it's
East.
Middle East.
Ah, that's right.
It
Yeah, that's
said-
right. You're right.
Which is
Which
interesting.
is interesting. Consider,
You know, they
you know, they
violate
violate human rights.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep.
You know,
You know,
hit that.
hit
Just found that
Just found that.
hypocritical.
Yeah. Don't go somewhere dangerous from somewhere dangerous.
That sound about right. But we're
So
gonna
we're
do
gonna do
better.
that.
What'd you say?
It's like
boys,
the two
the
here in,
two here in
I think Singapore that spit on the sidewalk. No, it was gum. They spit gum and they got lashed.
Mhm.
You know, the
And they
parents
should
are like,
have.
State Department and don't let them. And they're like, okay, no, they lashed them and sent them back. Well, I guess they ain't gone back and done that shit no more either.
Yeah, old benevolent United States relative to China. I think it was
Well, Jomo,
was it
what you
Singapore or
mean
China?
law enforcement? Do you think if we were truly harsh on crimes, that it would decrease?
No,
No,
I think
I
that
think that
our system of
system
policing,
of
understanding
where it came from,
and
and
the people being
people
hired,
being hired, not knowing
the history
the history
plays. There's a
there's
psychology,
a psychology of people
to take these
to
jobs.
take these jobs.
So I
think that
people,
because
I've run
into it,
bring
notions
and get to
and
act
get
on
to
it.
act on them.
Yeah, and I'll say, I know you didn't ask me, Mark, but I'm gonna say this. I think crime is more a function of economics and not being able to live just a decent lifestyle more than bad policing. It's the administration that's way above policing that is causing most of the problems. That's what I'm saying. Because healthcare, right? You don't get healthcare, and then you squeezed out of a job. So now you forced to do stupid shit. Now you gotta go. You ain't gonna die, so you're gonna try to live, right? So now you gotta go do something stupid, or people you have qualifications and people don't give you a job. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? So anyway, that's just my take on it.
I just asked, and I guess my question would be, so how in these countries that have minimum crime, how do they keep it so low?
Easy. Two
things.
Let's just start
Let's
with
just start with the first
report
like we do.
So that again,
real
reported.
Oh shit! Yeah, it happens. You just don't report it. Yeah.
Here's the other thing. See, we keep putting our system in the country. What we consider a law, they don't. Or vice versa. What we consider a minor infraction, they consider major. Here, prime example. In the Arab countries, if you get caught stealing, they cut your hands off. Realistically.
Okay.
In our country, you go to court. Which one's going to stop crime quicker?
No hand, because it's gonna stop it twice. Because You don't want it to happen to the other
You can
hand.
only steal two times.
And you can't steal. Yeah, you can only steal twice.
Right.
And that's so that's what my question was. If it's harsher penalties, would it minimize crime?
No.
Okay.
The guy that
The guy that's
it's still going to be
still
hungry.
going to be hungry with it.
The question is, does the penalty meet the crime? And based on what we that example, no. Cutting somebody's hand off for stealing, at least in my mind, was not an offense to whack people's bodies up. They still
stone.
Realistically,
I mean, it's
Yeah, and I think I think I probably said it already, but crime is a function of greed. You got people out here with so much money they could die 3,000 times and come back and still be okay. And then you got some people here living penny to penny, not even check to check, penny to penny. So that's ridiculous. If you did peanut butter spread with economics, I guarantee the crime would reduce to very low or close to nothing. I mean, look,
Good answer.
Why you think Luigi shot that dude? Luigi shot the healthcare guy because they was probably messing around. Probably had somebody in his family that needed healthcare, and because I went through it, and they nickel and dime you. They tell you shit. They say, oh, clause number 5 says we can't help you, and you got this big ass pamphlet, and he's just like, oh, so you gonna just let my mom die or whatever? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna take one of y'all with me. You know what I mean? So stuff like that will go away if you peanut butter spread the money, but that's not gonna happen because this is the kind of society we have is competitive and they want it to be that way, so that's what it is. Not socialist.
Gotcha.
That's just my opinion. I don't know if that's right, Mark. That's my opinion.
It sounds good.
It would be. Yeah, take care of everybody. It would be.
Yeah. At least do it while you got 2 hands.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, you only get. I like what you said, Mark. You only get to steal twice in China, boy, or wherever you at, wherever y'all was talking about. You only get to steal twice.
That's like I say when these people go to these other countries and get caught doing breaking their laws. We all know that's nothing. But it's a crime.
right.
Let's take Brittany Griner. Getting caught with the weed at the airport. And now we go over there to get her free. She should have did her time.
Yep. I forgot.
How about the paying basketball and had money there?
Come on, man.
Yeah. And I think when we go to these other places, we take our mindset with the lax laws, and then we get somewhere else and we jammed up, and we looking for everybody to come help us and march and protest and all that. Because I do believe that the crime over here, the laws over here, damn near set up for the criminal.
I will not argue that. I will tell you that, unfortunately, I agree. Criminals have more rights than victims. That's my belief. It's also interesting to look at our criminal justice system, and then we look at the laws. Who makes the laws? I got to step away just for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's true, man. Dealing with crime, man, it's interesting. But I think, like I said, it's more because we got so much greed in this country, man. People have to do crime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to.
No,
but
it's
I
true.
understand a little bit.
Yeah, I do too. Like, but because look, man, I just want to live good just for a little bit. Let me live good a little bit. Why I gotta, live like a bum and or be struggling day to day, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all over here dropping food on the ground and having a good time and drinking $1,000 bottles of wine. That's ridiculous. It's crazy.
It is. It is. But
We
we
gotta
get tough on this crime. We may be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Or at
Depending
least
on the crime, you got the same day to go do it again.
yep. Or Mark, I think, just with this conversation, if you want to get tough on the crime, you also gotta I would say you also gotta get tough on coming up with a solution for whatever caused the person to steal too. If it's hunger, because I stole, we was poor, man. I stole when I was hungry. You wanna, put me in jail or something because I'm hungry. Hey, I think that's kind of wacko. But maybe you could solve the underlying problem. You know what I mean?
True.
But who knows? I think that would be a big wild discussion for sure.
It would be. What up, Sharonda?
She on the plane somewhere? Where's Sharonda, on the plane somewhere?
Nah, I see she was in the comments.
She was where?
In the comments.
Oh, what's the connects?
Comments.
Oh, in the comments. Oh, yeah. No, I saw her here, but I was wondering if she was on the plane. She always going somewhere. So
Yeah, she traveled.
Seen her in a while.
I know. Mo got that Heineken bottle up there. Boy, you got that good money.
Let me see. I'm gonna turn it this
You
way.
gonna do a commercial for Perrier?
Heineken? Nah, man, I'm not doing that. I ain't getting paid. Man. Hey, if they see this and they want to pay me, I'll do it. Yeah, every show.
Mo doing free commercials. Look at it. Then look at that face he don't make like he drinking a bill. Look at it.
Hey, man, so what's going on, man? What's new?
Hey, man, just working and enjoying life. Trying to plan my next trip out this country.
Oh, where you thinking of going?
I was thinking about Antigua.
Oh, nice.
But on top of Antigua, I was thinking Paris and London.
So I've been to Paris.
But it's like a 3-4 hour train ride to London.
Ooh, look at them books. Nice. My man.
He don't want to get some more books.
What'd you say, Joe?
And now for a commercial break.
What you got to tell about those books, Mo? Joe.
From one of my favorite authors, Perforated Fiber.
Okay.
Signed, and The Good, the Bad, and the Blue. Nice cover. Matches my shirt.
And it's signed?
Yeah.
Signed.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's not an NBA signature. What you doing?
I'm just not gonna send him my address again. I'm tired of feeling like left out Lamont.
He said, wow.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah, man. Hey,
No
man,
killing, no stealing.
Yeah, crazy thing is, everything that I wrote in them books is still happening. Crazy. Like 20 years later, still happening. Unbelievable. Exact same stuff. Shooting babies through windows. You know what I mean? If people having episodes, panic attacks or whatever, they killing them. Same stuff that's in my book.
But here's the thing, Jomo, you been in law enforcement. Going on these calls, how do you know if it's a person is having an episode?
You don't.
So when you show up, you just have to deal with the situation that's at hand.
Unfortunately, yes. Because the problem is that they can train you It's kind of like
It
a
was kind of like
Reese's
a
monkey.
Reese's monkey. They
You
train you to
write
write
certain things,
certain things,
but
Mm-hmm.
each
each
is different.
different.
And people in
And people in
episode
episode
is something
is something that's
really
really
nuanced
nuanced
because they really didn't
they
talk
really
about
didn't
it
talk
before.
about it before.
Okay.
Okay,
I can
I can
understand that.
understand that.
So
These
new police
new police
aren't trained
aren't
by the
trained
same
by the
guys
same guys
that I come on board,
same as
some of the other guys. I came on with when my field FTO field train officer was a Vietnam vet, and the way that they trained coming from that era is totally different the way these guys are trained today. Now I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. If we look at what's called the shooting paradigm, under what circumstances can you shoot? Well, we used to call that common sense at one time. Well, now they've had to quantify and qualify each one of those steps. Was that because it was needed? Well, answer that is obviously yes. But more importantly, the fact that Black folks started being counted as humans meant that they had to justify their actions. See, they didn't have to justify them before.
Gotcha.
So Joe, in effect though, you kind of just said white folks wasn't getting shot.
I'm still saying
that.
I got good, I got past. And one of our compadres here made a statement like that some time ago, and my reply to them was what you said was BS. They're not shooting white folks to the same tune that they're shooting Black folks, statistically proven. The average, there's certain numbers that stand out. For instance, the average policeman involved in these shootings has under 5 years on the job. Believe it or not, he's college educated. He's white, of course. And there was a couple other stats that are very interesting. Flip that around and look at the number of police shootings involving Black officers and whites. Well, guess what? That demographic doesn't exist. You know why? Because they don't want to see that. They don't want to. Again, that's a talking point. Black officers don't shoot white folks. Black officers don't kill. Look at the numbers. Again, go to the Department of Justice. Look at police-involved shootings. Look at who's shooting who. And here, look, and again, not to beat a dead horse, but Dylan Roof shot 9 people in a church, yet he was taken alive. They shoot another kid in the car, in his car, and he tell him, I got a gun. And he goes to reach for it and you kill him.
Philando Castile.
Castile.
Yes.
Crazy. Yeah, that was nuts, man.
So if it's a large percentage of Black people in jail for all types of crimes and a lot of violent crimes. So if they making it to jail, does that mean that a lot of them are not getting killed?
I'm sorry, you echoed like
Let me slow down there. I'm saying with the high number percentage of Blacks being incarcerated, meaning that a lot of them are making it to jail and not getting shot by officers.
I will tell you that. If you were to ask me, do I believe, or can I prove that this system is corrupt? Yes. but it goes a little bit further. In order to know, or in order to discuss the past, the future, you gotta discuss the past. So, and here's what I mean. We know that right after Civil War, that's when you start having the laws for vagrancy, all these other laws that were designed to keep these niggas captive. And so that's when you start seeing the rise of the jail population. Because even in the South, they were not locking up white folks for vagrancy. They were locking up black folks because they had no place to put them. They couldn't put them back on the plantation, not forcibly. So they figured out another way to do it. It's called imprisonment. And that's a fact. Again, I got some books. If you can tell me when you want them, I'll send you titles or whatever else. So you start looking at the system of how do they put them into these systems, or how do they put them in jail? Think about this. Remember that police in the United States was born from the idea of slavery. And anybody wants to argue that, please have a bite of Joe Mosley. I'll be more than happy to wait for you on this one. So now, if this is correct, and it is, that the idea of slave hunting built itself into policing. Look at when they started letting us be the police. The first black policeman didn't really come into existence until 1891 in New York. And he couldn't arrest white folks. First one. Sheriff's departments came about really first before police departments. But that's a whole nother history lesson in and of itself. So now that we've got a system to get these guys in jail, how do we put them in there? Well, we've got to form a system that not only hunts them down, but makes it legal. So now you got the courts being put into place. Now let's look at this. So now we got a court system that's run by, let's just say, Klansmen. We've got a police department that's run by, let's say, Klansmen. Who are they going to lock up?
Black people.
Well, again, let me use an extreme case. Look at what they did to the civil rights workers. All of them were locked up by the sheriff in Mississippi, killed, chased down, and hunted down by the sheriff's posse that it later turned out to be. Case in point.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
That's just one of many. Look, man, if we took half the people that, here's what always amazed me. I hear it all the time, and it's disgusting, particularly for me, to have young black people talk about my vote don't count. That is the dumbest shit I ever heard. Please stop saying it. Because on the flip side, let's just take the MAGA side. And prime example. A few years ago, they had a protest for, what was the guy that shot the people up in Wisconsin? Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse. Yeah, Rittenhouse. Kyle
Rittenhouse. So there was a protest going on, and the MAGAs put on the protest. They called for these truckers. The truckers come down and they've circled the courthouse, and they've got CNN, CBS, CNN, all the protesters down there. So one of the reporters goes over, and to a person, every one of them were a registered voter. 2 weeks later, in Chicago, there was a Black Lives Matter protest. That's another subject, but let's go with that for right now. Same reporter, same question. I don't vote, my vote don't count. My God, are you stupid? You just gave the keys to the kingdom away. Not in the Rittenhouse. The judge says, oh, he's not a bad guy. First of all, the judge shouldn't be saying shit. But how did the judge get there? He was elected. Elected. Let me give you another one. I believe his name is Ray Brock. Brock raped a girl in California. Raped her. The judge says, I cannot give him time because it might hurt his stature.
Wow.
Now, I've locked up some rapists. I've locked and threw away the key. But I never had heard a judge say something so, I don't even have the verbiage for it. And then he gives the guy 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And then he used that time served. So you couldn't go to jail.
Wow.
If you think I'm lying, look it up.
No, that's crazy, man.
Very, very, very,
But
very crazy.
Joe, on that topic you're talking about with the voting, you know, I got 2 points that I always harp on every time we talk about. Every time I hear people talking about voting, I got 2 points I always harp on. One is you gotta, like you said, history is the best teacher in the world. Just remember what our ancestors went through to just be able to get to that ballot box and vote. Okay, you can't lose sight of that. Then the second thing is Malcolm X already told us ballot or the bullet. Okay, that is just that comparison should give you the weight of your ballot or bullet. You got the weight of your ballot right there. So just with those 2 things, there's no way I'm not voting, you know. And of course, with, you know, just a little education and some common sense, yeah, I'm definitely doing my duty. Whether I think it's having an impact or not, I'm there, because I'm not letting that go by, letting these ancestors who fought for this died for this, die for nothing. Not me.
Look here, let me help you with that. Think of this. All the laws in this country are made by who? Elected politicians, correct? Would that be a true statement?
Yeah.
True statement.
So let's just look at something else. Supreme Court, which has the final say, basically, of laws in this country. How did they get there? They're appointed by an elected official.
Right.
Okay.
Let me give you one more point. When these kids come back and you hear people talking about, oh, so-and-so didn't get a fair trial. Well, in a jury trial, the jurors are selected from what?
Guess where? Guess where? Guess where? Guess where? The voters.
So when your boy gets a raw deal from that prosecutor who's also an elected official, you should kick yourself in the ass because you helped send them.
Yep. You got to be in the voting pool, and you got to be in the voting pool in order to get chosen as a juror. A lot of folks don't know this, Joe. So this is an important point, because I admittedly I didn't learn that until about, I'm gonna say 5-6 years ago myself. You know, it just, where does that type of information never come, unless you're a political science major. It's not gonna come up in normal discussion. It depends. I guess it depends on your situation. For me, I'll just speak for me then. It didn't come up in normal discussion. Nobody taught me that. I just, being in the world and doing my own self improvement and study, I learned that. And it's just like, I didn't know that. When I found out, I was like, oh man, you have to be registered to vote. You have to, if you want to be on the jury, because, you know, when these people get off and then you complain, if you complaining, oh man, they only had like 3 black people on the jury. Are you registered? No.
Correct.
Duh.
Right.
It's all this stuff is interconnected, you know, and it's just like, and a lot of us, we just don't know, you know, but I like, you know, this because we got this forum here is I like the fact that it's educational because somebody gonna see this. I mean, I didn't know that, or at least, or even if they don't believe us, say, go to your local Google and do do your own research, and then when you figure out we're right, you can come back and apologize. But it's all good. Because we ain't just gonna say stuff just to say it. So that's that. But yeah, that was amazing when I found that out.
Well,
Yeah. So
for me,
so
it
you
helped.
heard. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I
What'd you
said
say?
for me, it my family coming out of the South, my mother coming from Alabama, my father coming from New Orleans. I mean, in theory, I should hate white folks for what they did to my family, but that my mother and father never, and my grandparents, who great grandparents, my great grandparents were coming out of slavery, and never ever taught me to hate anybody.
Yeah.
But you can't say that about the other side. I was never
Yeah.
taught to hate.
No. Yeah. No. That's a good point. That's a good point. The people who already have the power are taught to hate, and the people who don't are taught to hate. Well, if you think about it, the revolts, the slave revolts, it was only like 4 or 5 notable ones that occurred.
Ooh, sit down with me, brother. There are a lot more than you think.
Really?
Please.
I'm talking about the ones they talk about. Yeah, yeah. So they
Well,
got them in the background. Yeah, okay.
yeah, there was quite a few, and the whole idea of the Second Amendment of having guns was created around a slave, well, Nat Brown, really, in Virginia colonies. In fact, it's written, if a white person saw a Negro with a gun, he was ordered to take it. He had the right to take his gun.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
I got the documentation. Anytime you're ready.
Wow.
Anytime you're ready for that discussion. Oh yeah.
That is
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's nuts,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that goes back to Joe. You probably remember this chapter in my book called Retribution Theory, and that I think that's part of that, man. It's like we're gonna make sure they can't get us back, man. So we're gonna put these laws in place.
I've always believed that it's two things that always come to my mind. When Lyndon Johnson said in 66, 65, if you could take the lowest white man and make him think he's better than the black man, he will not only open his pockets, he'll help you pick his pockets. So it was called the Southern Strategy. And that's when you start getting the Dixiecrats, which became, well, that's another long story. But I've always believed that there is a theory that they're afraid we're going to do to them what they did to us.
Yep, that's what I put in my book.
Yeah, indeed you do. Indeed. And that's why I have the book. Should I show it again?
No, man, we good. we good.
I will show the signature too.
No, we good.
But there is some validation to the idea of who should own weapons and why they should own them. See, you have, they like to call liberals and the black liberals libtards, whatever else. But then you have to look at some of the leanings when you hear, and I'm a gun owner. Let me just say that. My wife calls me a gun nut. I call myself a gun aficionado. Tomato. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Right. But the point is that I have as many guns as they do in some cases. That's not what they want to happen. And I've heard black folks say, well, the Second Amendment, that's my God-given right. First off, understand how the Second Amendment came about. And God didn't give that to you. There's nowhere in the Bible that God says, take a gun.
No.
So, it's the religious fanatics that take these things and turn them to a whole different scope.
Yeah.
And they bastardize what could be or should be a good thing. again, for my family in the South, they were supposed to have a gun because they hunted.
Right. It's
But they
food.
still do.
They had to
Yeah.
get food. Yeah.
You and I think of grocery stores. Well, the grocery store for them was out in the field. So
Yeah.
you talking about the goat. Shit. If you've never had goat, you don't know what you're missing.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. I've seen, as you were talking about the pig slaughter, again, topic for another day. I can walk you through from the chitlins to the hog balls to the whole thing. I saw him slaughter a pig. I saw him hang him up, drain him out. My uncle was telling me how you had to kill the pig. You couldn't shoot him in the head. You had to use the jawbone of an ass. And I'm thinking, is that biblical? He said, yeah.
Bible stuff right there.
It was true. He had the jawbone of a mule, but it was naturally sharp. And he hit him, dropped him right there. I'm like, whoa, what am I? I'm thinking this is a crime scene.
Oh my
right there.
goodness. That's crazy.
Hung him
man.
up in the tree and gutted him. And here's what got me. He took the intestines because in Alabama, in Georgia and all through the southern states, the clay is red. And again, some other things I didn't know that I find out now. That dirt had more nutrients than I ever suspected, but they would pack the intestines in dirt.
Wow. Yeah,
I
no.
might be
So
giving away trade secrets.
might be what, Joe?
You might be giving away trade secrets, but
Yeah, So my grandfather from South too. We all probably come from that way. But he used to when he would cook, he would he put it in foil and then wrap it in clay, dirt water.
Yeah.
Just wrap the whole thing in clay. Then he had a underground pit that he would dig out. Yeah, so you know where I'm going. Then he put it in the pit, put coals on top of it, all that, close it up, and just let it cook like that.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy as hell, man. Crazy as hell. But his food was always
Best
good.
thing you ever had.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, he knew how to time it and everything. So, that's the old school stuff.
Oh yeah.
It looked like we lost everybody. Where'd everybody go?
I think Mark he's sitting in his chair. The chair's taller than him. That's why you can't see him. But I know he's there.
Is that top of his head right there, or is that the chair?
DVP in the background somewhere hiding out.
Hey, so Joe. Oh,
yes,
sorry about that. So I know you saw that post I did earlier. I don't know if we could talk about that a little, but the same let me find it. The same person who did the autopsy for let me find it so I can just tell you what it was, because I forgot what it was.
She did the autopsy on both kids. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's man, I just came across that. Yeah, so her name is Dr. Stacy Turner. She's the medical examiner for both Trey Reed and Nolan Wells. Now, that's crazy that this lady is connected with two really controversial cases. I can see the first one, one, but now she's with two. I mean, I guess just because it's her area, but that's why I guess people are pushing to do independent autopsies and stuff, because that sounds kind of shady, man. Like both of these cases seem to me like they could be cut and dry, but there's, they're being painted as some kind of conspiracy, which is kind of weird, man, kind of crazy.
Again, you and I have had the conversation that, again, if I had my druthers, I'd put together a dream team of investigators, just be able to drop them whenever one of these things comes up.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about the law thing is the law thing. I'm talking about investigators, homicide investigators that know what they're doing. because I can tell you, a good investigator is, forgive the plug, but a good investigator is hard to find. There's a lot of, as DVP said earlier, I think, or maybe it was you, there are a lot of posers out here because a lot of, let me get, again, point of history. In most of these departments, the detective is a premier rank. In most departments, detectives are who you go through no matter what in order to get charges. So it used to be in Chicago, New York, LA, if you had auto thief, you had to find auto detective. Homicide, of course, you got to go to homicide detective. Robbery, you went to a robbery detective. Well, they started taking some of that stuff out of detective division hands and leaving them in patrol because those are two separate sections. But detective divisions are elite units. And only up until the late 60s did you start seeing blacks being allowed into certain departments that had detective units. And even then you weren't allowed to go to cold case or, those kind of things.
Oh.
So, and even in my experience, at one time in the city of Chicago, out of 13,500 officers, there were less than 75 black detectives in homicide in Chicago.
Wow.
So how does that translate? And then that's what you get. So if you're talking about these smaller places that might have one detective, if that, and what is their training? We used to go through all kind of training. I wrote protocol for training. I've been to training. The one area that people mess up at, and that you find, is called interviews and interrogations. The one place they always hit detectives up is, did you give them Miranda warnings, and do you know what they are? You'd be surprised how many policemen, detectives, whatever, have no idea what Mirandas are, nor where they come from, or why they even came in.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Wild. Yeah. So what else we
Random, could I be on a dream team? Maybe if you get on, stop typing and get back on your doggone cell up here, maybe you could be.
Who typed that? Who put that in there?
Mr. Random, Mr. Innocent, could I be on the dream team?
That's funny.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Do I still have the echo?
No echo.
No.
Clean.
I guess it took getting fussed at by a client to get this shit right.
Oh, okay. Somebody wake Mark up.
Well, he go to sleep quick. I already put that.
True.
The camera above his head, so maybe anyway. And Joe had said something. I know we at the end, and I try to tell people, they be like, "Oh man, he didn't even read me Miranda." Well, I only got to read you Miranda if I ask you a question about a crime I think you're involved in. If you're sitting there telling me everything, I don't have to say shit. All I got to do is just sit there and listen. And people don't understand that because they watch TV all the time. And the last thing I saw in one of the court rulings, and it was like 3 or 4 years ago, and it said with the proliferation of all these law shows, sometimes Miranda ain't even necessary because everybody think they know what it is now. And people have done so much and talking about it that they act like they know. But yeah, I tell cops all the time, if you got somebody who confessing some shit, you just cut your record on and just shake your head like you do when your wife arguing at you. But don't ask them shit. Right. The minute you ask a question, and we talked about this before, the minute you get pulled over by a cop and he said, "Do you know why I stopped you?" He can't use nothing you say after that because he got to Mirandize you if he asking you about a crime he think you involved in. That's what Miranda says. It's only when I think you involved in a crime. I can't ask you, like I say, you know why I pulled Joe and then put it on statement. He admitted to speeding. That's illegal. But because it's at magistrate level, most people don't push it. But if you ever get a good attorney, or if you ever do some legitimately bad shit, because one guy actually committed a crime and knew the law and he told him, and it get tossed. Because it's like, why did you read him Miranda? Did you think he did the crime? And the officer said, yeah, I saw this. And said, why didn't you read him Miranda? He wasn't under arrest. You just were doing the stop and talking. It's like, you can't use it.
Mm.
You know, it eventually came back under inevitable discovery, but that's a whole nother show. But
Yeah.
Miranda get everybody in trouble, cops and bad guys.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's true. Hey, what is this? Could you be on a dream team? Come on, man.
Hey, man, I don't want to take nothing for granted,
Look, I'm sorry. The X-Men had Professor X.
I can be the six man.
No,
I can be the six
look,
man.
I'm sorry, Professor Xavier.
So shit. It looked like we winded down, so I'll let y'all get some parting shots, and hopefully this will go a whole lot better next week.
All right, I'll jump out there. Yeah. So I don't have my email address up there, but anyway, y'all know how we do on Random Thoughts. We just put new information out there, talking about new things. If y'all got questions, or things you want us to chop up and kick around, just send them to DVP. We'll, he'll integrate them into the show, and we'll talk about them. Because we're here for the people. We want y'all to get something out of the show. We not just here for entertainment purposes. We're really trying to make an impact. And also, I don't have my email address up here, but I'll try to spell it. But I got a few things coming up. I think it's tomorrow. I have a class where I'm teaching a couple of ladies how to open a stock brokerage account. So if that's something you're interested in, I got some other things too, but just send me an email at the People's Society Discussions @gmail.com. So I know you know how to spell. I ain't even going to take it for granted. The People's with an S, Society Discussions with an S @gmail.com. Just send that to me, and I'll get you the rest of the information.
Well, I'm going to definitely take the stock course. But let me drop one anvil of nugget. Everybody's heard of Thurgood Marshall, but have you ever heard of Charles Hamilton Houston? And I can guarantee most of you haven't.
Oh.
Charles Houston mentored Thurgood Marshall. He was the one who came up with the strategy to dismantle Jim Crow.
Whew. Whew.
There's your factoid for the day.
Reading is fundamental, boy. Whew. Joe hit him with the heavy, Joe swinging the heavy bat, boy. Whew.
And it's 7:56. I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting out fires for the last hour. Y'all should have heard the conversation I was on. It was a lot of F-bombs and other shit going on. I'm gonna just stick to what I said last week. Remember, the people who you're around, they're either your circle or your cage. So, let your conscience be your guide. Let your conscience be your guide. I appreciate you fellas for coming on. Mark knocked out. I tried calling Mark. Mark is knocked out. He is knocked the fuck out.
He is out.
Joe, I don't know which one of y'all is which one of y'all is a tech wizard, because we need to clip this part of it and send it to him. Actually, matter of fact, whichever one of y'all figure out a way to clip it, just make a post and tag it and tag him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is when you get paid way too much for some shit. He is not. I called him on the phone. I heard it ringing. He's just out. He OWT out. You think he been picking cotton? Sherry, if he was coming to get you, you asked out right now, Sherry, because he ain't gonna make it. He done for the night. He done.
I just put it in the chat. It's in the chat, man.
I have to look at the chat. I don't see it. Oh, you put it in the other chat. Oh, I'm like, oh. But yeah. All right, let's I appreciate you gentlemen as always. Always. Let's make some things happen. But we'll see y'all next week. I ain't even get a chance to drink my Gatorade. This phone been going off. This phone been doing. Oh. So, gentlemen, peace, popcorn, and chicken grease, and y'all know what it is. We out.
We out. Later.
All right.